Welcome to Saints at Manahawkin United Methodist Church. We have a very special guest today, Art and Lovisa Hill. So next question I have is that how did you settle in this area and started going to Manahawkin Methodist? After you retired? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We lived in Delaware most of the time.
No, but after you retired,
Oh,
we
after-
were in Texas.
you were in Texas.
In Texas,
Well,
that
I
was the
worked
last.
for Johnson & Johnson in Delaware, and then they moved me to Arlington, Texas, which is good. It's Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
which
But our
was nice.
children lived in New Jersey at that time, and we thought, well, we want to be there. Corinne came, and we had our first grandchild, and she surprised me one day and brought him on the plane by herself
To Texas.
to Texas.
Oh.
So we decided we were going to live
close
in
to the,
closer
children,
to the
yeah.
children.
Makes
And
sense.
to the shore. Everybody loves the shore.
And we figured they'd come to see us to go to the shore.
Oh, that's right.
Nobody came to see us in Texas.
Oh, I see.
Too
what you mean.
far away.
It was a long way. Heather came once. She lived in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I
And
see.
then she moved up here.
So what year did you come to Manahawkin then?
1998.
1998.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of this church, at the time the pastor was Vivian.
Vivian.
Correct?
We tried all the churches in the area.
We tried to go to a Presbyterian church, but there was a little one in Barnegat.
Oh, that's right. It's still
still there.
Yeah, that's right.
But then we figured, well, if we're going to go to a little church there, why don't we just go to a little church in Manahawkin
A
where
local.
we can
Right.
people can belong?
Right. But
Yeah.
we did try other churches.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you know.
Well, we went down to Tuckerton.
And then that pastor was retiring. And you know, we knew the Presbyterian way of hiring
Yeah.
was going to take like a year to 2 years to find a new
You-
pastor.
You'd
That's
have
right.
people
They
coming
form a
in.
search committee and
Yeah, all that good stuff.
So Vivian came to see us right after we visited here. And we said, oh, that's going to be the house that we're going to go to.
That's right.
House of worship.
Then you became involved in many church activities.
Yeah.
Can you remember one or two things that?
Well, I started the preschool, Parents Morning
Oh,
Out.
you did
She
almost at the
initiated
same
the
time.
thing.
Yeah, that's right.
They were looking to start a preschool,
Yeah.
and they announced it at the service one day, and I think we had just it was in January of 1999, and I said, oh, that sounds like something I could do. So then I got involved in that, but you got involved in the trustees.
I was I was also I keep thinking Presbyterian and elder, but I was mostly trustees.
Oh,
Yeah.
trustees.
And somehow I was involved in the recruiting,
Oh, and the treasurer came to,
Is it stewardship?
stewardship.
Yeah.
yeah, he came, it was Dick Neild.
Ding Nield. Okay.
Okay.
And wanted Art to help him out with the stewardship campaign. I made saddlebags.
Isn't it called the Pony Express?
Yes.
Yes, it
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
I made saddlebags and they delivered them around.
Yeah, I think we dug out, after I came, everybody is, what is this Pony Express? We had bags of something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
what
that's what that was. Yeah.
Yeah, Dick Neild was a good influence. He was
And that's good.
Very-
That's good. Yeah.
good recruiter of other things.
And he was always happy.
He was always happy.
Dick
He
Neild.
seemed to be at that point, for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't remember the first person that welcomed us to the church, but I remember that he committed suicide.
Oh,
Who?
don't tell me. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember his name. A lot of people would, but he
He welcomed
welcomed us, and he had been a teacher,
you.
but his wife had gotten sick, and they couldn't come to the church service anymore because she couldn't climb the stairs.
Oh, that's a kind of odd, structure
Yeah.
here.
I
but
don't think they had the elevator there then, did
We
they?
No.
didn't have it.
It was because of her that we created the, and she couldn't ride on the stair lift. I don't know why. Whether she was afraid to ride in the
It might have been
stairlift, I
it.
don't know.
Now, the last question I have is that the principles that you follow along to live with all your life, what would it be? Let's begin with Lovisa, if you have.
Well, it's always, my parents were always givers, and my father would give chickens and people that didn't have anything.
Oh,
If they came and asked for a chicken, he'd just give them one.
oh, how nice. How
Yeah.
nice, yes, yeah.
So,
That's good. That's good.
and family was always so important.
Family, yeah.
So I think like Art and I do the church garden,
Yeah, that's, oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
something we have to.
and it's a lot of work.
It is. Let's talk about church garden a little bit.
Okay.
When did you start it?
Oh boy.
Actually, we did not start it.
Somebody.
It was Pastor Callender's wife
Oh.
and a few others started it.
Oh,
And he and I said, that's something that we could
We'd
do.
like to do.
that's right.
And as soon as we came, everybody left.
They'll take good care
And
of it.
we've been.
Also, there were a couple of Boy Scouts. Joe Eva,
Yeah, Joey's sons.
has sons. She
Yeah,
had
yeah.
2 sons.
Joel and Ethan.
They were earning,
Hours.
Service
Community
hours,
yeah,
service
And they worked.
and they
Yes.
worked in the garden.
They worked.
The garden never looked so good, did it?
That's right, that's right.
We can't keep up with the weeding at this point.
That's right,
No.
yeah. I took a couple of pictures and one year, like, it looks like really doing well.
Yeah.
Garden. But
But it takes more than 2 people.
absolutely.
We have a couple people.
Set up the garden.
Yeah.
Like we have Rich Muller and Jim McShay. They go and
That's
get the
right.
dirt and put it in the garden.
And run the
and
rototiller.
spread it. And then we had Steve Cole
That's right. And Joey.
ran
And
the rototiller. Rick Beekman has also run the rototiller and pulled weeds. And then when the garden's all set up, they goodbye. Goodbye.
Well, they like doing that. That's
that's
a
right.
masculine
That's
thing
right,
to
that's
do.
right.
Then we have people that like to harvest. They like to
Well,
dig the potatoes or pick the beans, or which is you can
which is
understand.
good. And
That's
work.
very
It's a lot of
rewarding.
work.
But
Yeah.
I tell you, Joy Cole said she loves to weed, and she has weeded where a weed has been for years and years and never met a hand.
I don't like pulling weeds.
I
Do
know.
you?
I don't
like
either.
it. I don't like it either. I try to avoid
But
it.
and then we put preen down,
Oh.
and the weeds
You know,
are
try
a lot.
to keep the weeds from
Yeah.
coming up.
No,
So
the
we
blue-
don't run an organic garden exactly.
That's right. Blueberry bushes we got, right, about
Yeah.
several years ago. It
And
seems like
we-
doing
Yeah.
well, though.
They are. We
They
have
did real well
picked
this year.
16 pints of blueberries.
That's good.
They're about done now, though.
They're done.
Yeah.
Just
now.
about.
Yeah, that's all right.
And we
Yeah.
have tomatoes coming in now.
That's good. I'm sorry to change the subject a little bit, because when you said your life principle would be like a giving, your parents always have been giving.
Yeah.
So you follow that principle
Yeah.
yourself too,
Right.
Working at the church and
working at the church.
making at some
That-
point I feel like I
that's-
made a stronger
I think that-
commitment to
I think that that's a problem in
Christianity.
today.
That's good.
The youth today
Yeah.
work for themselves.
well they get money for working.
They don't
Oh.
think about others.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know whether it's the family unit or what, but I've been trying to get a neighbor to pull the weeds in the
Oh
playground.
yeah. What did they say?
He'd get back to me.
Oh.
That was a week and a half ago.
It's hard work. Too much hard work.
Well that's not
It's just a little space.
Yeah.
But you see what I mean is I don't know whether the do you
So
have a
advice
thought?
There
to-
are too many things to do. When I was growing up in Steel Town, half the summers I think they went on strike. You couldn't get a summer job. I got one summer working for the school board, painting
yeah,
ceilings
yeah,
in
that's
classrooms, and one summer I went at summer camp. I worked at that until you were 14. Then you didn't make enough money.
That's
You
right.
got,
Yeah.
No, that's
$80 for the summer or something.
Wow.
And my parents were probably happy because I was eating like a teenager.
That's right. Now, so you're saying that current generation seems to be working for themselves, not interested, and not. I don't think they are even trained to work hard.
Yeah, and people
Well,
are not going to church as a family.
Yeah.
I mean, we always went to church. Our family
Yeah,
went
that's
to church.
right.
We went to church. The church was the center of.
well, and particularly your place, it was the center of the social life.
It was the
My
center.
Yeah.
dad didn't go much to the church.
But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The church attendance goes down, down, down,
That's right.
and who's to blame? The
Parents.
parents?
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know
And
either.
this is a small church, so it's hard to get a fair number of youth
Yeah.
that
yeah,
really
that's
want to
true.
associate with each other. I mean,
That's true.
we had, like 10 anyway in each class, 10 freshmen, 10 sophomores.
That's right. Yeah.
I ended up being because I was one of the few guys that did it, youth president or whatever
That's
the
right.
title
President of
was.
Youth Council or something.
Some kind
Yeah,
of title.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. But again, those days, you're right. Church was the center of
Right.
their cultural activities and so forth.
Now, we used to have hay rides, and we would go out and capture kids that didn't come to church.
Oh, capture the kids.
And we'd say, you have to come back to youth group.
Yeah,
And, I mean, who's going to say no to a hay ride, a
that's right.
bonfire, and,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
and we had a great time.
So you would say to the youth today, what would you say? Like,
Try to get more involved somehow.
Yeah.
Whatever
get
somehow
get
means.
involved more with.
With the church,
Find
with a
something-
summer camp or something like
Something that interests you that you could share. Like, we had the two girls sing in church.
Yeah, that's
They
right.
were wonderful. They got a standing ovation from a lot of us.
That's right.
It was Haley and Sadie.
Sadie, yeah, you're right.
And it was so nice to see them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And they come and get involved.
You're
Well, there
right.
seem to be a few more involved right now.
Mm-hmm.
If we didn't have those phones,
I agree.
we had our grandchildren. We always take our family out for Christmas dinner. We went to the restaurant. Everybody sat down. What happened right away? They brought out their phones. I said, put the phones away or you have to go sit in the car. Because this is family time.
It
We,
is.
we
I
don't
agree.
want to talk to
Yeah, we
your
don't
telephone.
yeah.
It is.
I don't
know.
think they're so
It's not just the
distracted.
kids, though. Even the young
It's,
adults,
it's adults.
husband and
Yes.
wife. After dinner, they don't talk to each other. They look at their own phone. That's
They
sad
do.
reality.
It is.
It's so addicting. It's.
I guess that's it. They keep talking about that,
Yeah.
trying to control what the teenagers get exposed to on the phone, but I don't.
In fact, there was a teacher who said to the kids in class, "Phone is out, down. Don't use it." And one kid got so upset that he hit the teacher.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
really?
Yeah. He was who do you think you are that you want to take away from
Oh,
me? It happened in Korea,
Oh,
and
it happened in Korea.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
well, I
well,
bet it's happened here.
I'm sure.
Although
it has.
one teacher,
Yeah.
I don't know the person, but she would have a basket, and as the children came into class,
Oh yeah,
in-
just
in
put,
the
yeah,
basket,
that's right.
the phone
That's
went.
nice. But there's just some separation anxiety there.
Oh.
If kids they
If
don't
they're
have phone in their
separated
phone.
from their phone,
Yeah,
they're
that's
not
right.
in
They do.
contact. So I
That's
don't
right.
know what
Wow.
that means, but
Yeah.
All
All right. I thank you. Do you have anything else you may want to say or share with us?
I just want to say one last
sure.
thing. We're starting up Parents' Morning Out again,
That's right.
and it's going to be a service for the community, so that 2 and 3-year-olds could come, and we're going to teach a little bit about God.
That's great.
So that if you
Let's do
have
it.
a child, I remember that I was a camp counselor when I was in college for the summer, and a little girl, we asked everybody their fondest memory, and she said, walking those 3 miles to church. I'd never been to a church before.
How about that?
When she was at camp, you
When she
walked
was
to
at camp,
church.
we walked. Well, yeah, the Protestants walked. The Catholics had a bus.
Really?
Yeah, but they lived.
They were required to go in those days.
Yeah, and it was a lot farther away.
Yeah. All right. We'll definitely pray and for the success of this parents' morning out.
Thank you.
This will conclude our recording with the Hills.
Okay.